they're set up for game number 4 right now. We're about to get underway. We're going to find out if Purple can force game number 5, but Dog looking to end this match and stop him right in his tracks.
Is Dog going to play something other than Druid? It doesn't look like it.
Why would you? It just matches up so... I feel like this deck just matches up so well against Purple.
This is Grim Patron, by the way, and Purple has been streaming with this deck a little bit lately. This is something we don't normally see from him. And we keep, we see Harrison Jones here against Druid. Yeah, perfect draw. You see him kind of roll his eyes there. And here we go again. Dog has Wild Growth and Innervate.
This hand is brutal from Dog. You're looking at turn 3 Emperor Thorsod.
Yeah, this is something we talk about a lot with Dog. He's pretty good at Druid.
Yeah, he's all right with it. You know, it helps to get hands like this, but he's been playing it perfectly every step of the way. And his build is spot on too. You know, a couple of unique choices, I think, really separating this from the pack. Yeah,
and it's very interesting to see Purple play this deck because he's been talking about all season long. He hates this deck. You know, he's been saying it on his stream. He's been saying it, in chats and stuff. He's talking about, his teammate Zalay and how much he plays it. He doesn't like playing against it. He doesn't like playing with it. But he can't beat him.
Yeah. Well, can you beat this? This is this is another one.
It's gonna be rough.
Where the question's being asked: can you beat this?
Now, he can use Whirlwind and Execute to take care of Dog's entire board here if he wants to, but then that leaves his Frothing Berserker open to just a hero power.
I'm actually curious if I like the attack from Dog here, simply because of a turn like this. The Zombie Chow's going to heal him anyway. How important is the damage?
Yeah, he does get to answer this for just what looks like just 2 mana, but he's going to be able to attack it. It does take some of his turn up here. He has gotten some mana back here, and yeah, if he's not gonna attack it here, you have to believe he's gonna be Keeper of the Grove into Zombie Chow, and then yeah, he just doesn't want to take the damage here. That's interesting.
Yeah, really, really interesting to me. I mean, I guess it is very important to keep a high life total here. It's important to grind away the resources and make sure that you're perfectly set up for your turns to come. But not like a terribly big surprise to see him play this way, but certainly an interesting one. It's not exactly what I would have expected, but he's still on curve. He's got Ancient Allure right here. He's going to follow us up with another one. Even got more 7-drops in his hand. I mean, despite the fact that he got off to such a good lead, I feel like Purple's almost leveled this playing field.
Yeah, well, this is what happens with Grim Patron. This is why this deck is just so good. You can feel like you're so far ahead, and their hand can be so bad, and you still can't keep up with it. I mean, look at this. Purple's still in this game. Even if he can find a spot to land an Emperor, Dog's gonna be worried about dying every single turn.
Yeah, the Zombie Chow's been a little bit of a liability in this match. They're just consuming cards occasionally and not really making that big of a difference. But 2 Ancient Allures, again, to keep his gas going. This is really the big difference in this game at this point.
Yeah, it's another matchup where Sinjin's actually pretty good, believe it or not, as well.
Well, I can tell you what else is pretty good. It's Battle Raging for 3 cards.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one. 2 mana, draw 3 cards, sign me up.
Just do a little bit of setup work, but I think he's okay with it. That Emperor is looking mighty good now.
Yeah, I mean, all right, I was making sure he didn't have 10 cards in hand. He only has 8 or 9 there, so Dog can't make him overdraw.
Oh, wow.
Purple knows this is coming too.
Yeah, that's a huge draw. You can see Dog reach for the Wrath right away. When you can clean the whole board and deal 10 damage on the turn, Purple has to be sweating right now.
I mean, yeah, now he has to burn a Cruel Taskmaster. At least it's one of those.
Is too full.
Yeah, this might be the Zalay build as well. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this, but Zalay, he cut Armor Smiths from this deck.
Which I actually don't mind, against your aggro decks. It certainly hurts it, but it gives you a lot more room to have key cards that actually accomplish your goals.
Yeah, and Purple, he's not afraid of combo. The way Dog's been making this, playing the cards of his deck, there's no way that he has combo built into this one as well. More to, the no Armor Smith build as well. It does hurt you against Freeze Mage, which is something Dog could have very well played in this match. Particularly because the Armor Smith's actually, gaining all that extra life is really big in that matchup. But against almost everything else Dog plays, I kind of like this build.
Yeah, it's working out really well for him here. If Purple can capitalize on this board state, this is really the one spot. And I don't know exactly what his hand is capable of right now, but something has to give, and it has to give this turn. He is facing down way too much damage.
Yeah, he's facing down a lot of lethal.
Dog Dog thinks that he has already lost his board position, but I mean, maybe there's no way this is lethal, right?
Well, I mean, this is going to be quite the big whirlwind here, and the Inner Rage is going to allow the first one to get through. I mean, well, actually, he doesn't have to get through with the first one because he can use Execute. might be a couple points short here. So if you execute.
14, 22. I counted 24
Yeah,
real quick. 25.
Yeah, I think the fact that he can't create extra patrons might hurt him here. You know, he doesn't have minions to run into and then, you know, keep going, but he gets to clear all of Dog's board then.
Yeah, 26 damage.
Yeah, he's just going to clear Dog's board and then beat him in the face for a ton of damage here.
Yep. I mean, that's a lot of damage.
It's still a great turn from Purple here.
Sets him to 10. But, you know, Big Game Hunter, quick work of the Frowling Berserker here. Ancient of War back behind this. The one problem with this is that he has to leave this Warsong Commander on board. That's always so scary.
Yeah. Shield Block, great card in these decks. Gains 5 extra life. Gets a card out of their decks.
What more could you have asked for in a second unstable goal? Dog just shaking his head. Is that actually lethal?
I don't. Yeah, actually, I think it. Hold on, he's got to actually attack into it here. So he's gonna have 4. Then he's got the axe.
Purple played this turn a little bit too fast, by the way. If he'd have played that second Warsong Commander, this would have been lights out, right? 3, 6. Yep.
Yeah, he would have been able to get in the extra 2, and Purple sees it. Yeah.
Little bit too quick on the draw there.
And he might lose because of this as well.
Yeah, this. I mean, there's a potential this opens him up. You know, Dog has to draw some really strong cards here. Nexus Mana stuck in hand at this point.
Yeah. Yep. Sit there.
Harvest Golem's not going to do it. Purple is going to win this game despite that one small misstep. Miss lethal this turn, but Dog cannot capitalize on it, fortunately for him. So Purple has now forced game number 5. It's down to the wire, and it's exactly what I wanted and expected from these two guys.
I'll say we're getting exactly what I asked for last game. You know, not like I'm rooting for anyone in particular, but I want to see all 5 games. I want to see what Purple's going to play, and honestly, you know, is Dog going to play something else? He's played the same deck all 4 games of this match so
which,
far.
Frankly, I just agree with it.